Shall I prepare an engagement ring for you, or is there no need for it?
Alfred appeared beside Edgar at the front door. He stood with his hands behind his back, watching Allesandra leave in her carriage.
Prepare the ring for tomorrow morning. We will be visiting the Barretts.
Edgar left the doorway once the carriage was almost out of his property.
Make sure no one speaks of seeing her here before then.
Of course.
Alfred closed the door behind Edgar.
Should I also be the one to prepare the gifts for her family?
Cigars from my collection for the father, some kind of jewelry for the mother and daughter, and paint for Alesandra. Lots of it. I need some of the paintings taken down, as I will be buying new ones for Alisandre to be placed. Also take away some of the things in my chamber for her to have.
You'll be sharing a room!
Alfred exclaimed. Edgar paused to look behind him at Alfred.
Why is that so shocking? She will be my wife, Alfred. Aren't you the one who taught me to follow tradition?
Certain master. Nowhere in the tradition I have mentioned includes this type of situation. Did the young lady agree to sleep with you? I hope you mentioned that to her first.
No, I mentioned that last, along with her being the mother of my children.
Edgar continued, walking back to the study.
Children?
Alfred gripped his chest, unable to handle the information.
You are being dramatic again, Alfred.
Edgar refused to turn around to check on Alfred.
I have work to do. If anyone else shows up, turn them away. Don't ask me any more questions, or you will eventually add too much stress to your heart and die. Do you wish to die, Alfred?
No, young master. I wish to see these children you speak of. I will get to it right away.
Good. We're about to have some fun, Alfred,
said Edgar. Meanwhile, Alisandra nervously sat in her carriage on the way back home. The situation dawned on her once she was away from Edgar and able to breathe normally. She pinched herself to be sure she wasn't still dreaming and had not woken up for the day. I'm going to marry Duke Collins, she said in disbelief. Who would have thought her asking him in the spur of the moment would lead to this? Who would have thought he would go along with it? I'm almost out of there. Today would be her last day dealing with her family. After Edgar arrived tomorrow, neither Kate nor Katrina would be able to interfere with her. They could get upset with her for being the one engaged to Edgar and not Kate, but they couldn't lay a finger on her. She would be Edgar's woman, and he was a man to never offend. I wonder what Father would say. Will he finally show more interest in me? Alesandra leaned her head against the wall as she thought about tomorrow. He might try to convince the Duke to marry Kate instead. Oh, tomorrow will be a chaotic day. She closed her eyes, enjoying the peace while it lasted. As the carriage returned home, Alesandra wasn't surprised to see a figure standing with his arms folded by the door. Her father knew his wife wouldn't be pleased about her leaving home, and Alesandra had made sure to leave before Katrina could stop her. First Kate, and now it was Katrina's turn. When the carriage stopped, Alesandra opened her door herself, since everyone was afraid to get too close to her. She kept her head down to avoid looking at Katrina as she walked to the entrance of their home. Good morning, Katrina, she greeted the woman as she neared her. Katrina, on the other hand, did not return the greeting. Your father must have lost his mind to allow you to leave home. Do the two of you wish to sully this house even more? What would others say if they were to learn that you were riding around amongst them? I did not leave the carriage, Mother. Do not call me that. How many times must I tell you that I am not your mother? Your own mother ran away and left you here to be raised by your father. I am not going to do her job for her. Neither you nor your father seems to realize what I have to put up with a person like you. I made it clear you should not be seen. Katrina was furious to learn Desmond allowed Allesandra to leave without consulting her. Do you not understand the trouble you caused for us, Allesandra? Our reputation almost hit rock bottom because of that incident. Never ask to leave this place again, or I will see to it that you may never leave your bedroom. Just the sight of you infuriates me. Why on earth couldn't you have followed your mother? I'm sorry. Allesandra apologized with her head still low. Get back to your room. Your presence drains my mood, and I am tired of seeing those masks. I cannot wait for the day you shall no longer be here. I hope you enjoyed your day out, since it will never happen again. Ridiculous, Katrina muttered, turning her back on Allesandra to leave. Allesandra touched her mask, making sure it was still in place. She speaks as if they weren't a part of why I wear it. One of the things Allesandra hated was how she had to act timid around her family. She found it best to pretend to be that way and take their scolding, but having to be that way was irritating. The second thing she hated was Katrina's need to constantly bring up her mother, who ran away from her marriage. Katrina was speaking based on what her husband wanted her to hear, and not the entire truth. It'll all be over soon, Alisandre said to cheer herself up. It was unfortunate the day might go by slowly now that she really wanted tomorrow to come quickly. A lot could happen before it was time for Edgar to visit her home. Stay out of sight. It was the best thing to do in order to avoid more accidents happening. Edgar might have already picked up someone who had hurt her hand, but Alisandra did not want to involve him in her family affairs and drama. She was well aware he could punish Kate for her, but she did not wish for that to happen. Alisandra wanted to give her family the life they dreamed about, a life without her in it. Involving Edgar in it would only cause too many problems. It was best to cut ties with her family peacefully, as she did not hold a grudge for the way she'd been treated. Alisandra hurried back to her room to avoid running back into Katrina or meeting Kate again. However, upon reaching her door, she was puzzled to find it slightly ajar, as if someone had been inside of it after she left. It could have been Katrina, confirming that her father allowed her to leave. That was what Allesandra hoped, but her anxiety increased seeing Kate standing by her window. Kate, she called out to her sister. Oh, you're back already? In time to witness the fun. My mother said we were not allowed to have pets. Imagine my surprise when I saw this little creature in here. Kate held up the kitten Allesandra had been feeding. She was holding it outside the window, prepared to drop it right before Allesandra arrived. Kate, I will take care of it. Please do not harm an innocent creature. Allesandra took careful steps forward, wishing to take the kitten before Kate could do the unthinkable. You irritate me, Allesandra. Father was mad at me for what happened this morning and for not being able to talk to the Duke last night. It's all your fault, Allesandra. Remember that. Kate threw the kitten out the window against a nearby tree and peered down to see it fall. Initially, Kate had only meant to drop the kitten outside the window for it to wander away. But seeing Allesandra back from her trip made her furious. If she could, she would have taken it somewhere higher to drop it. I never told you to... Hey! Kate yelled when Allesandra ran out of the room instead of listening to her.